messing with her. Same girl, how could the love of my life.
Welcome to the Dark Times channel. And so let's go ahead and get into it. So most recently, Lori Harvey has made headlines with her new boyfriend, actor Damson Idris. You all may know him from the hit sitcom Snowfall. And that in itself, of course, is not a very big deal, or at the very least, it's not breaking news or anything like that. But Lori Harvey is 26 years old, and she has a long history of jumping in and out of different relationships with celebrity men. Back in 2017, she was dating professional soccer player Memphis Depay. And then immediately following that in 2018, she was dating Justin Combs, P. Diddy's son. And then in that very same year, 2018, she moves on to R&B singer Trey Songz. And so we just paused it right there. That's 3 different men within 2 years. That would be a red flag for most men. But no, we follow that up in 2019. She goes back to the Combs family. But this time it's not Justin Combs, it's Diddy Combs himself. She went straight to the source.
Then it went to Justin Combs. Then it went to his father, Sean Diddy Combs. Haven't heard of that one before. Someone messing with someone's son and the father at the same time. Well, so you wouldn't marry Lori Harvey?
Nah, I wouldn't.
But you would think, or at least one would hope, that somebody would have a level of respect for themselves not to jump from son to father, especially almost right after dating the son. You know, she literally went right down the hall to the master bedroom. And I don't care what anybody says, that's hoe activity in any time period, modern school, old school, whatever school. That's hoish activity. So that was 2019. And then 2020, she hops over and jumps over to superstar rapper Future. And Future didn't even want it for too long. Future was like, that's too hot for me. He even dropped a verse on it.
Magic City, I'm on a tell Steve Harvey on. Must forgot to tell her daddy she begged me not to leave.
And so if Future say it's for the streets, then you already know what time it is. And so in 2021, the very next year, actor Michael B. Jordan is gonna hop on the Lori Harvey train. And so now, at least for me, you know, there's an old Chris Rock joke where he says, you know, a man will meet one of his friends' girlfriends and be like, you know what, that's a nice looking girl. I want to get a girlfriend, or I want to be able to date a girl like that. But then on the other hand, you know, a woman will meet another one of her girlfriend's boyfriends and be like, I don't want a man like that. I want that particular man.
Her girlfriend, when they walk away, her girlfriend goes, I gotta get him.
And like I say, there's always a level of truth as it pertains to comedy. And most men don't want to go around cupcaking with a woman that's been in the streets or he feel like has been ran through. And I know we don't live in modern times, so most women are going to have somewhat of a past. You know, it's one thing to fall in and out of love with somebody and you're in a relationship and things go south for whatever reason. That's one thing. But to hop from relationship, and the relationships are usually less than a year, that's a huge red flag. You know, Lori's got basically a different body every year, sometimes 2 in the same year. And so as a man, for you to step up in line like, okay, I'm next, here's my ticket, that's highly questionable behavior. And like I said, I could see if it was casual, you know, it is what it is. But now you got actor Damson Idris punching his proverbial ticket to hop on the Lori train. So now he's out cupcaking and holding hands and taking pictures and doing the whole Instagram thing with her. And so now this is where I gotta put my tinfoil hat on for a second. And because we're dealing with Hollywood, you know, we really can't put anything past these folks. And so is Lori Harvey a Hollywood plant sent to cause more confusion for the so-called black community? You know, most of these Hollywood children that are connected to parents that have a lot of limelight within Hollywood are usually gonna be playing out some agenda that's been given to them. And a lot of these children that are connected to individuals within Hollywood, if you look at them, they really don't have any per se talent. The only so-called talent that they have is having the ability to act on deviant behaviors. That seems to be the only so-called talent that a lot of these children have. You know, this kind of behavior, we've always seen this kind of behavior with the so-called white woman. especially in modern times. This is really nothing new. Whether it be going back to a Marilyn Monroe or most recently, pretty much any one of the Kardashians, they pretty much get passed around within Hollywood like a loaf of bread. Especially Kendall. She's with a new black man every month. The basketball players be lined up to cupcake with a Kardashian. And so, like I said, to me, that borderlines on homosexual behavior. Especially when you know of, or you know, a lot of these men that these women that you're dating have been with. And like I said, it'd be one thing if they were having casual encounters or it was something that was on the low, which I'm sure a lot of these girls are doing it on the low as well. And the dudes that are doing it on the low are smart enough to know that that's not the kind of attention that they want mainstream, and that's not the kind of look they're going for. So how many young women and young girls are going to look at a Lori Harvey and want to follow in those footsteps of dating around with no intentions of actually forming a serious union or commitment with someone that's going to lead to procreation? How many young girls are going to waste the prime of their lives, their most childbearing years, giving themselves to countless of men with, like I said, no real commitment and no intentions of settling down? And the same goes for young men thinking that, simp behavior is cool, or thinking it's sweet to cupcake with a girl or a woman that you know is for the streets and you know that she's been ran through.
You got a lot to learn. You got to learn the difference between being loved and being laid. Now, when I was with your mom, that was being loved. What you see down at the end of the bar there, that is for being laid.
Hey, I've got a place just around the corner. Let's say we get out of here.
I'll just sit here and wait for Sam.
Speaking from a man's point of view, there was a time when you never got stripes for cupcaking with a girl that's for the streets. And now it seems like that's the cool thing to do, or at least they're trying to make that the cool thing to do. But we still have a lot of young men out there that know what time it is. I came across this interview about a month ago, and it was Diddy's other son on Lip Service talking about what he valued in a woman.
Okay. All right. Now, I won't ever date a woman who got too many bodies.
How would you even know? Right. How would you know?
I mean, if the
streets is talking,
if they like, yo, she outside, like, it's like, it's too crazy.
Would you sleep with a woman who had a lot of bodies, but maybe not date her?
Nah.
Nothing? But what if you find out after?
I don't want to get in between none of that. If it's after the fact, then it's like, it already happened.
At that point. Streets be lying, though. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you can't always listen to the streets.
Your name shouldn't even be in the streets, if you with me.
And so look at the faces on these women in the video after he says that. They clearly didn't like that. A lot of these women out here want to act like men in so many different ways, not realizing that when it comes to relationships, men don't put the same value on the things that women put value on, and vice versa. A lot of men tend to devalue a lot of the things that women put value on. For a man to be out with this lady and have to deal with and put up with running into guys that his lady's been with, especially within Hollywood. You could be out and, you could be out at a Hollywood party at any given night. And I'm sure a lot of these women have been with multiple guys in that room, if not dozens. And when we're talking about being a wife and having a woman as the mother of your children, that's a lot to deal with. And that's something a man with enough foresight is going to take into consideration when he's thinking about potentially marrying somebody, or at least dating with the purpose of to maybe one day marry. That's something, like I said, a man with enough foresight is going to do, and he's going to take into consideration. Think about it. Most people don't even want to wear hand-me-down clothes if they don't have to. Imagine going to a store and say, hey, let me get that shirt that somebody wore 8 times. Bypassing the brand new clothes. Now, I don't want them new clothes. I want that old one right there. I want that one that's been worn by 8 different people. Give me that one with the hole in the side. That would be ridiculous. And so let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Ladies, please don't go too hard on me. This definitely was not about shaming the so-called modern female. I'm sure a lot of you have had relationships and dealings with men, but I'm sure in the majority, if not all of those relationships, the men that you were dating didn't know about each other, or at the very least, they didn't know of each other. And so make sure you hit the like button before you leave, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And as usual, peace and chaos.